Hi everyone, I wanted to show you what the different options offered inside Study Island are. So when you log in with your child's username and password, you are going to see Home, My Classes, My Reports, Oklahoma Programs, and so on. You'll want to click on My Classes, and then you are going to see a My NWEA Map Learning Path. If you have not started using Study Island, now is the time to do so, and I will walk you through some of the different ways that you can utilize this really awesome resource and tool. So this NWEA MAP Learning Path is based off of the beginning of the year benchmarks. It takes your child's scores based on those benchmarks and it interprets those into the skills inside Study Island. And it will show you a grade level per skill. So let me just go ahead and click in here. So you can see this student for mathematics. Inside mathematics, this student is in the 6th grade, and if you look right over here, you're going to see a 5. This is where you're going to see the grade level. So for all of the skills under numbers and operations, this student scored at a 5th grade level. This student is in 6th grade, so that indicates that he or she is about a grade level behind in numbers and operations based off their MAP test in the fall. The second category, algebraic reasoning and algebra, they were at a 4th grade level. Geometry and measurement over here tells us they were at a 5th grade level in those skills. And data and probability, they were at a 5th grade level. So if I were going to come in here and start, I would have my student work on number 2, algebraic reasoning and algebra first. And then of course we actually need to go back and hit all skills because the student is below grade level. Now, when you click on this particular lesson, there is a place to look at the lesson. Most of the time there is a very short lesson. There may be a video to go with this. This is going to give you a quick lesson on input and output tables and then on patterns. I typically will teach this content as I'm sitting there with my student. This is a great opportunity for you to teach the content, and what I think is even a really good idea is for you to go over here and print this worksheet. And if you don't have a printer and you don't have access to that, then I suggest just having them get a notebook, solve the problems, write down a number 1, and then at the bottom are the answers. So you'll want to just monitor and make sure that they don't see those answers. So I would have them do all 10 of these problems, and this would be an opportunity where I would either help the student or you would help the student. This is kind of their practice. This is where they get all the help they need in the world because we're teaching the content. Once you are done printing those worksheets, you can go back and have them practice. Now, when they click in here, it's going to be 10 questions. They have to get at least 7 correct to get the blue ribbon. That is what we are looking for, and that is what our upper admin are also tracking and looking at. So my principal is asking me on a weekly basis how many blue ribbons my students are earning in Study Island, because this is one of our closest tools to our Oklahoma academic standards. So your student will take this assessment in the practice mode, and if they get at least 7 out of 10, they earn that blue ribbon. Now, you can also have your student practice in game mode. So let me go back to that very same lesson. Okay, and it is not here now because I already clicked in the practice session. So I suggest doing a lesson with your student, then printing the worksheet. There are also flashcards. Most of my students really enjoy practicing in game mode. It gives them several different games that are available to them. They get to choose, and then if they get the question right, they get to play the game. The questions in game mode are very similar to the questions in practice mode. The questions in practice mode are a little bit harder, but I am perfectly fine if they want to earn their blue ribbon in game mode. It's still 10 questions, and they are still getting that assessment. So that is one way to really work with your students and utilize this tool to its full potential. So that's inside the learning path. That will also give you a way to see how they tested and what grade level they tested at. So if we look in this student's reading level, again, for reading and writing process, I've now switched over to ELA. We're at a 5th grade level on these skills. This is a good example that I would like to show you. So on category 2 for critical reading and writing, this is my 6th grader again. They scored at the 9th grade level for all of the critical reading and writing. So I'm not going to ask this student to come in here and earn a blue ribbon in skills that he or she scored at the 9th grade level on, because that's 2 grades or 3 grades above grade level. Also in vocabulary, this child scored at the 8th grade level. And then now you can see in language, we're at the 6th grade level. Research and multimodal literacy, 6th grade level. So this kind of gives an indication of where your child needs to build skills and work on their weaknesses. So I would start here with the lowest skills. Again, you'll click here, go in, do the lesson, print the worksheet, and then we can either do practice or game mode. Now, inside the block that has my name on it, all of these skills are going to be grade level content. So it's the exact same thing. This student has earned 2 blue ribbons out of 36 in ELA and 1 out of 32 in math. So this is going to be all of the same content, only it's grade level content, as opposed to the bridge, which will have them working at the below grade level content to build skills. So I hope that made sense. If it doesn't, then you can feel free to shoot me questions through email or give me a call. The last 2 things I'm going to show you in here are the homework help boosters. Now, this acronym stands for Homework Help Oklahoma Academic Standards. So this is a booster for our students in English Language Arts and Math. The way this tool is to be utilized is with our 24/7 online tutors. They can either utilize an online tutor, they can do it with myself, or they can do this practice with you. So here's what I've been doing with my Monday math groups and my Tuesday math group students. We've been coming in, and you can see this student has already been in and practiced. A lot of the times these will be down here, but here's the idea. You're going to do week 1 practice with your student. So I've been walking through, there's maybe 6 or 7 questions. So we've been doing these together. And then the student goes in and does that very same content, but on their own. So they're going to assess right after they've practiced. And again, all of this is grade level content. And if we can earn a blue ribbon inside the grade level content, then that tells us we have mastered those skills necessary to move on to the next grade level. So this kind of fills all the gaps in from whatever core curriculum you're using or whatever supplements. So I hope that was a good explanation for what you can do inside Study Island. It is a really useful tool. So please let me know if you guys have any more questions.